Hi guys, welcome to my video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kev. I talk about movies. Sometimes I will digress and start going on something else. I'll be talking about one movie, another movie will pop into my head, and I will just go on about that as well. So please stay with it. If you like that sort of thing about someone who's very passionate about film, loves talking about it, and has various opinions that you might or might not agree with, which is what the comment section's for after all. Please feel free to like, subscribe, follow, give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, turn on your notifications for when I post a video. Anything really. I'm more than happy to keep doing this, and by keep doing this I mean at a regular pace rather than how I have been, which is my own to my own sadness. Sometimes just don't get the time for it. But luckily I've got the perfect storm of quiet kids, missus at work, and a little bit of time before I go off to work to quickly make this video. So the video is about today the newly released Deep Blue Sea collection. Obviously you've got the 1999 classic, and then you've got Deep Blue Sea 2 and Deep Blue Sea 3. Not so classic. Obviously the first one I've always wanted a 4K version of it, but apparently I've checked and there's nothing in the pipeline for that to be released, which is unfortunate. As for Deep Blue Sea 2 and 3, it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't buy the 4K versions, not because there's nothing really on there worth watching, let alone detail. I'm sad to say that I already owned Deep Blue Sea separately. I had it on VHS, I've had it on DVD, I've had it on Blu-ray. Now I've got another copy of it on Blu-ray in this box set. But then again, I don't mind because I love that movie. It's great. I put it up there. You've got Jaws 1, Jaws 2, Deep Blue Sea. That's, my personal order actually is Jaws 2, Jaws 1, Deep Blue Sea. But, it's in the top 3 mix with those two films anyway. As for Deep Blue Sea 2 and Deep Blue Sea 3, okay. Let's start off with the good points. The good points are that, they actually took the time to make them. There's a couple of mentions of the first film, which are probably the only highlights in the actual two movies. They're badly acted. You'd have been better off just standing a couple of chairs in a room and filming that for an hour and a half and then releasing that. Deep Blue Sea 2 plays out as more of a let me show you the actual artwork on the box just so you know what to avoid. Deep Blue Sea 2. Now the artwork on the box sort of gives it that menacing look, and you sort of think to yourself, wow, I've got to have that. But that's the most realistic the shark actually looks. I'll show you Deep Blue Sea 3 as well. Once again, that's the most realistic the shark actually looks. Or sharks, should I say, because there's more than one. In fact, the sharks in Deep Blue Sea 3 are the, and a spoiler alert, are the children of the shark from Deep Blue Sea 2. Yes, we're talking about a family of bull sharks. So basically, they have an agenda. So they had to steal that idea from Jaws, because obviously in Jaws, it's the same family always threatened by a shark, but a menacing great white. I'm glad that basically the biggest connection between Deep Blue Sea, the original from '99, and these two films is the name, and that's it really. There's a couple of mentions of the actual research facility from Deep Blue Sea 1. But apart from that, that's it. So thank God, if you never see Deep Blue Sea 2 and Deep Blue Sea 3, don't be upset. I brought them thinking, God, I can't wait to see them. How bad can they be? Because I absolutely love the first one. And guess what? I still love the first one, but these ones I could use as cup coasters and it wouldn't matter because I wouldn't miss them. I'm never going to watch them again, that's for sure. Yeah. Sadly, Warner Brothers, I don't know what you're playing at, why you actually greenlit it. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if the sharks actually looks real, if the actors could actually act, or if there was anyone in any of these films, or any of the two sequels anyway at least, that you actually cared about. I mean, Deep Blue Sea 2 has a Thomas Jane-esque character, the shark wrangler, but he's about as wooden as a oak tree. And as for the Samuel L. Jackson, owner of the research center in part 2, the Samuel L. Jackson type of character, absolutely awful. Yeah, I'm sorry to bring it down to you. I would say they're so bad they're good, but that soon wears off. Sadly, it's just one bad thing after another. You literally, for instance, Deep Blue Sea 1, there was probably maybe 1 or 2 shots of special CGI effects that they used for the sharks. The one that springs to the mind the most is where the shark comes out of the pool at the bottom of the, or infinity pool as they call it, and takes Samuel L. Jackson down. That's probably the worst effect in Deep Blue Sea 1, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of the times you couldn't tell whether you were looking at a real shark or a CGI one, which is brilliant. And you can forgive the one really bad effect for all the other good stuff that happened in that film. Whereas this one, there's only probably one good effect, and the rest are terrible. That's, just the way it is. Maybe bull sharks just aren't so great, as CGI characters, but, they don't make the same as Makos. In fact, the rubber shark in Jaws looks better than the rubber sharks that they've actually made for Deep Blue Sea 2 and Deep Blue Sea 3. There's obviously shark. I'm sorry, I'm just lost for words, just how bad that is. Whatever you do, wait until it's in a sale if you have to watch them, or wait for them to be televised on Sci-Fi Channel, because that's the only place they're going to show up. I don't even think Channel 5 would show this crap. But, yeah, the redeeming feature of the box set is you get Deep Blue Sea 1 in it. That's it. Deep Blue Sea 2, Deep Blue Sea 3. I should say the third one is better than the second one. But that's nothing when you think that Jaws 3 and 4 are still better films than those two. Hell, I might even go as far as saying that Sharknado beats them, and they're awful. So, yeah. Avoid unless they're super, super cheap, or unless you're just a completist, or someone that doesn't actually own Deep Blue Sea 1. You can buy the whole box set, but you'll only ever watch this one again and again and again. You will avoid 2 and 3, trust me. But they're worth the watch just to see how bad things can get when you give someone a budget and say, make a sequel to this. Because they'd have been better off getting a bucket with a hole in and catching water, if that makes sense. In other words, they've got more chance of that being successful than these films. And judging by the fact they're straight to, originally in England, they were straight to DVD. We've had to wait 2 years for Deep Blue Sea to come out on Blu-ray over here. It was that bad. And that's just basically because my studios don't have a lot of faith in it when they can't even release a Blu-ray at the same time. A bit like the same situation you get when they released the DVD, the Blu-ray, but no 4K version of a film. They're not too sure. So, yeah, check them out by all means. But Deep Blue Sea 1 will not disappoint. 2 and 3 will just leave you thinking, what? Because that's all I kept thinking. Just cheesy, terrible acting, terrible dialogue, special effects that just aren't that special, but worth the price tag for the first film. I must stress that. The other two are just literally a little bonus extra that that just means you've got something to play in the background while you hoover up, for instance. You don't actually have to hear it. you can just leave it on in the background. That's your little thing to have the TV on while you do your housework, because it plays out like a sort of, as I say, Sci-Fi Channel special. So yeah, have a look at them by all means, but tell me what you thought about them in the comments if you've seen them. If you think I'm being a bit harsh on the movies, please let me know. But when a close up of a shark's eye makes it look like a heroin addict that just shot up, then there's something wrong, because sharks just black eyes. These ones have pupils and everything. It's just weird. Don't get me started on that strange stuff. But yeah, please like the video or not. You know, like, subscribe, share, give us a follow. You know, please do share it. You know, let Warner Brothers know just how well they could disgrace the memory of this film with these two films. Okay, they need to know that it's these are an abomination. Thank you very much for your time, guys. I'll try and do another video a bit more upbeat and something a bit more positive to say about them. Yeah, some 4K reviews coming soon. I know they're older films, but a lot of people like to know how good a 4K picture is. For instance, Jurassic Park 1, top quality picture work. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. As I said, like, subscribe, give us a follow, a share, anything. Take care, guys. See you soon.